This video is going to be over multiplication of 2-digit by 2-digit numbers. Here are the teaks that we're covering, and this video is actually only going to cover partial products using arrays and area models and transitioning that to the algorithm. Okay, so the Speedy Stop convenience store took inventory of their refrigerator and freezer. They counted 13 cartons of milk and 4 gallons of ice cream. Each container of milk was 16 fluid ounces, and I would like to know how many fluid ounces of milk could be purchased from the Speedy Stop. Here is our main idea. We're going to reread to fill in our details. So I'm not even looking at the 4 gallons of ice cream. That doesn't matter to me right now. What does matter is the 13 cartons. So here are my 13 cartons of ice cream. And then each one of those cartons is 16 ounces. And I want to know how many ounces that is total. So the way we're going to solve this is by multiplying. We're going to do 13 times 16. Now, you can see I have it already set up for us down here. So 13 is broken up into 3 and 10. I'm sorry. 13 is actually broken up into 3 and 10. 16 is right here with 10 and 6. So this section right here would be 3 times 10. Maybe green might work better. And this section right here would be 3 and 6. Over here would be 10 times 10. And over here, we'll use black. Over here would be 10 times 6. And you can see that I wrote those down here at the bottom. So when we multiply them out, we're going to multiply 3 times 6 first. We get 18. And then we're going to multiply 3 times 10 next. And we get 30. Then we're going to multiply 10 times 6. And we get 60. And finally, we're going to multiply 10 times 10. And we get 100. Add all those numbers up. That's an 8. And that's a 10. And that's a 2. 208. Okay. So let's just look at the numbers 12 times 28. So you guys can see our 12 is right here. There's our 12. Right here is our 28. So this box right here would be 2 times 8. At least on the smartboard you can't see that very well. Let's go back to green. 2 times 8. 2 times 20. I really don't like writing green on red. I can't see it. 2 times 20. And this one right here would be 10 times 20. And this one would be 10 times 8. So our order again. 2 times 8 equals 16. And then 2 times 20 equals, well, 2 times 2 is 4 with a 0. Remember our little trick there. Next would be 10 times 8, which equals 80. And lastly, 10 times 20. 1 times 2 equals 2, but this time we have 2 zeros, so equals 200. Add those together, we get 6. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. 2 plus 1 is 3. I got 336. Let's check our math down here. There it is, 336. So we're just breaking our numbers apart and multiplying our smaller sections and then adding them all back together. So that's all well and good, but we need to kind of learn how to do it in the algorithm. So in this case, I broke apart my 12 into 2 into 10. So we're going to solve it broken up like this. First, I'm going to do 2 times 8. 2 times 8 is 16. Write my 6. Bring my 1 over. Then I'm going to do 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 1. So I multiply, then I add. Remember our order that we do things. So it's 4 plus 1, which is 5. So I got 56. I'm going to go ahead and copy that over here so I don't forget. Okay, over here I've got 28 times 10. Well, let's use our multiplying by tens and hundreds rule. Make our life easy. 28 times 1 is 28. Add a 0. 280. Okay, so let's put our 280 there. Then we add them up. We get 6. 5 plus 8 is 13. 2 plus 1 is 3. So I get 336. If you notice, here, I've got kind of the same thing happening. So I got 56 and 280. Well, look right here. Here's 56. Here's, well, 280. Hopefully you guys can see that. Pay attention to, look at what I multiplied here to get 280. All of this right here. And all of this right here equaled 56. And that's kind of what I drew out right here. So here I've got 2 and 20. 2 times 2 is 4 with a 0. 40 plus, let's see, I've got 2 times 8, which is 16. And that equals 56. Over here, I've got my 10 times 20. 1 times 2 is 2, with 2 zeros. 200 plus 10 times 8 is 80. And that equals 280. I add those up. Here's my plus sign. I get 336. Hopefully I didn't lose you guys in that transition. Alright. There's a lot happening on this page. These are the steps for multiplying 2 digits by 2 digits. Here we have the 28 times 12, and they're showing you the steps. Just go through them. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6. Okay? Follow their steps. What I highly advise you do is pause the video and write this down in your IMN. Okay? These are the steps. Remember these steps. It makes life easier so that way you don't have to draw that diagram every single time. Okay? Lastly, let's finish off with a problem. There are 15 members of the Coin Collectors Club at school. Each member inserts 4 coins on each page of 24 pages in his coin collection book. How many coins were in all of the coin collection books? So I'm looking for how many coins. The first thing I'm going to do is I want to figure out how much is each member inserting. So each member inserts 4 coins on 24 pages. So let me draw that. Here's my first page, the 24th page, and each one of them has 4 coins, and I want to know how many coins is that. Okay. To do that, I'm going to multiply 24 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So that's 96 coins. Okay. The next thing is that's each member is doing 96 coins. There's 15 members. So now, here's the first member. Here's the 15th member. And remember, each of them is adding 96 coins. And so I want to multiply those two numbers together. Here's a different color. So I'm going to do 96 times 15. Okay, 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 9 is 45. 45 plus 3 is 48. Remember, multiply, then add. Okay? Well, now I'm multiplying by 10. So that's no longer a 5. I'm multiplying by 10. So I'm going to take this 0 right here. I'm going to bring it down. So now I'm just going to do 96 times 1, because I've already taken care of that extra 0. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 9 is 9. So 960. 96 times 10 equals 960. Add them together. It's a 0. 8 plus 6 is 14. 4 plus 9 is 13. Plus 1 more is 14. So my answer is 1,440 coins. Oh, I forgot to put a little comma there. There we go. 1,440 coins. And that's how I solved it. Hopefully this video makes sense. If it doesn't, rewatch it. And if it still doesn't make sense, write down some questions that you have and bring it to me on your Whisk.